Hi, I'm going to start off with my Makeup Forever Professional Step 1 Skin Equalizer base. This is the smoothing primer. I'm going to put it all over my face to give my face a smooth texture for makeup application. I have used all kinds of primers and this is by far the best one I've used so far. Then I'm going to grab my Tarte Cosmetics, the Amazonian Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. This is the powder version and this has a medium to full coverage, and the one I'm using is in medium tan sand shade. This is for medium to tan skin with yellow undertones. I'm going to grab that product on the brush that comes with the same line of the foundation, and I'm going to put that all over my forehead, starting on a dabbing motion and then sweeping it all over in a circular motion. I'm going to put that on my face also, sides of my nose, on my cheeks, around my mouth, and blend it all over. Circular motion is the best motion for sweeping a powder foundation evenly all over your face. That has worked for me, and I don't know how it works for others, but this is how it works for me. Okay, foundation is done. Then I'm going to grab my Maybelline concealer. This is the one of the Age Rewind line, the Instant Age Rewind. It erases dark circles and it's one of the treatment concealers, so it has worked the best for me. This is probably my third tube that I'm using and I'm in love with this product. I'm going to put this all over my under eye, on the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my forehead. Just a little bit on my forehead. A little bit on my cupid's bow, on the sides of my nose, on the sides of my mouth, on the chin, and I have a little bit of scarring on my cheek from acne in the past. Put there also. Then I'm going to grab my Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush and I'm going to blend out all that concealer with my foundation. You can also use a beauty blender. I have a beauty blender too, but for doing it faster, I prefer using brush over the beauty blender because beauty blender I think takes a longer time to blend everything out seamlessly. So I'm going to quickly do that with the brush and it is done. Then I'm going to get that same powder from the Tarte Cosmetics, the foundation that I used, and I'm going to dab it all over the concealer one more time. My concealer shade, if you guys have noticed, is a little lighter than my foundation shade. So just to neutralize the brightness of it, I use the same foundation powder one more time on top of the concealer. Then I'm going to grab my Ben 9 Luxury Powder in the shade Banana, and I'm going to put this under my eyes using an e.l.f. blush brush. It's a little brush. It grabs the product and it just puts the product under my eyes. Okay, a little bit on the chin and on the nose wherever I have put the concealer. Then I'm going to use a larger brush. This is a e.l.f. complexion brush from the same brand, and I'm going to just lightly sweep everything in a patting motion and then sweeping just to blend all that powder evenly. Moving on to the eyebrows, I have very shapeless brows. They're not as good as how you can even see it now, so I'm going to use my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Chocolate, and I'm going to draw the bottom line of my eyebrows using a really light hand. I draw the lines on the bottom first and then on the top. I used to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, but then when I found this product, I've been in love with this because of the price, first thing, and then the quality of the product, because it works exactly the same as the Brow Wiz. At least it has been for me. Okay, both the eyebrows are done, And then I'm going to clean out the right under the brow line real quick. What this does is it gives a more cleaner look for the eyebrows and gives more sharp shapes to them, where it looks, you know, more attractive. And I'm using the same concealer to do the drill. Then using a smaller flat top P80 precision brush from Sigma, I'm going to blend all of that concealer and then use my brow gel. The one I'm using is from L'Oreal. This is the Brow Stylist Plumper. At first I go with the clear one just to neutralize the color, and then I go with the blonde one. To match with my hair color. Then I'm going to put some eyeshadow base. This is from NYX all over my eyelids. This is going to prevent the eyeshadows from creasing. Then I'm going to grab my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade, it's called Rumer Has It Swan, and it's like a very bright shimmery color. I put this all over my lid just to see how much of a lid space do I have. I know it's the opposite drill, but that's how it works for me. Then I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to grab one of the light shades. These shades don't have any names. I will just go by how the color looks. So I'm going to use like one of the light brown shades, and I'm going to put it all over my crease, blending it a little bit higher than the crease as transition. Then I'm going to grab a little more of a deeper orangey brown tone, and I'm going to put that on my crease as well. Do the same thing on the other eye. Use the light brown first and then the deeper orangey brown shade. And for this, I'm using the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. The key is blending, guys. You have to do a lot of blending to make it look very, very seamless. Then I'm going to use Sigma E25 blending brush and grab one of the little darker brown shade, and I'm going to concentrate this color mostly on the crease line, making sure not to go too high up, just concentrating on the crease so that my crease is more visible. I'm not exactly monolid, but I have very small eyes. They're very droopy, and then my crease is generally, you know, not seen, so I have to make sure that they're visible. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of the white plain matte shadow, and I'm going to put it right under the brow bone just to give it a little bit of highlight. Now moving on to that same Super Shock shadow one more time, I'm going to put this all over my eyelids. I prefer to use my finger for doing my eyeshadows, especially on the lids, versus the brush. I have like many other brushes, like eyeshadow brushes, but I tend to use fingers all the time because this works better for me. It gives more pigmentation to the product, and I feel like the product goes better on the lids with the fingers. Then I'm going to grab my Sugarpill 4-color shadow. These are all matte shades, and I'm going to use the blue shade, and I'm going to put it on my lower lash line using a Sigma E15 flat definer brush. I'm going to put this all over the lower lash line so it looks really bright blue. Do the same thing on the other eye. And then I'm going to use the same palette and get that green shade on the same brush and put it right on top of the blue. What this does, it makes the blue look more like a teal shade. And then I'm going to use a light brown on a pencil brush from Sigma, and I'm going to blend it right under that teal color just to blend everything out so it doesn't look too harsh. Then I'm going to grab my MAC pencil in white. I've had this pencil for a while. This is one of the eye kohls, and it's called Fascinating. It's pure white. Then I'm going to line my upper waterline using my NYX pencil in black on both the eyes. Just tight line them the best you can. Then I'm going to get my KatVon D Tattoo Liner, the eyeliner pencil, and I'm going to line my eyes, making a very thin line. I'm not a very thick eyeliner kind of person. I prefer thinner lines more than the thick ones because of the shape of my eyes, I believe. Then I'm going to draw a little bit of wing eyeliner and making sure that the eyeliner is not too thick. Do the same thing on the other eye. And voila, eyes are done. Moving on to the bronzer, I'm going to grab my MAC bronzer in the shade medium. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. This is one of the sculpting brush, the flat one. And I'm going to contour my cheekbones to make it more slender. I'm going to put the same powder on my forehead, around my forehead, just to give it a little more warmth so it doesn't look too pale or, out of shape. And I'm going to put the same product a little bit on around my jawline also. Then I'm going to grab Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. It's one of the smaller eye set brush. And I'm going to do a little bit of nose contouring. Then I'm going to grab my the Balm Cosmetics Mary Lou highlighter, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on the tip of my nose. This gives my nose a little bit of lifted look. And then put some right under the eyebrows also. Then I'm going to grab my e.l.f. pink blush. I've been using this blush for a while and I like this product because it gives me the right amount of blush, the right amount of color. It's not shimmery, it's matte, and I have been loving this product. Then moving on to my lips, I'm going to line my lips using my MAC pencil in the shade In Synch. This is like a pale nude pink shade. I'm going to line my lips and fill my lips with the same pencil also. And guys, the drill is you should always moisturize your lips before you apply any lip product. Then I'm going to use my Elizabeth Arden moisturizing cream, the 8-hour moisturizing cream. I learned this from Nikki Tutorials to use this product as a lip gloss. It may come along a little, rough in the beginning, but I have been loving this product ever since I used it. It gives a very nice, bright, glossy look. Then I'm going to get that highlighter from the Balm Cosmetics One More Type, and using my Real Techniques contour brush, I'm going to put the highlight on the highest point of my cheek. Do the same thing on both the sides, just on the highest points of my cheekbone, just where the sun hits your face. Then curl your lashes. I have very, very sparse lashes, so I have to make sure that they look really good. And curling them and putting mascara is one thing that I cannot miss. Then I'm going to use my L'Oreal, the General Eyelash Fiber Eyelashes. This is the mascara. And this gives me a little bit of volume. Then I'm going to get the same line, same brand, Telescopic. This has a very small brush, so I tend to use this better for my lower lashes. Okay, lashes are done. Then I'm going to quickly spray some Skindinavia No More Shine Makeup Finishing Spray. Put it all over the face and a quick dry. Okay, and we're done right here. Now I'm going to quickly let my hair down and we'll be right back with the final look. Here's the final look. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a good one.